there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 32 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. That throw by Brady incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, he completes this to Russell Gage. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Russell Gage, 62 yards. And the Bucs have come back to make it a 2-point game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Brady going to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions, but how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Yeah, they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On second down, they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. Down right around the 25. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. Brady's going to look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40. The 20. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
37 yards.
And the Chiefs are back within a score. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady as his guys are able to extend their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, dive. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David.
And the Bucs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. So after the INT, it's Brady. Underneath, he's got Brate. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Flush to his right. And Brady able to get down as he picks up a first. He got 29 yards that time. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you, the time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got... I feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Brady forced out to his left. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Second down, back to Fournette. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Fournette. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he won't get there. Stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought,
oh, look at this, a flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They fake the give. Now Mahomes out to his left. And they'll get this down to the 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
They'll run it again with Fournette. He finds, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Here's a give up the middle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
128 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And not liking what he's seeing here, Mahomes is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. They'll roll him out right. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win.
There he goes, left side. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette, 83 yards. And the Bucs use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And his throw is incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself. Really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to